there's not a lot up here. You know, I mean, there's a lot of beauty. There's a lot of snow right now, a lot of trees. There are many days where I see more deer than I do people.
Not everyone would set up a sort of spiritual experiment 5 miles from the Canadian border, in near isolation, alone with your thoughts in a tiny white box.
Well, luckily, my sanity is a very small thing to hold on to.
Unless that is, you're Keith Howard. To find out why, we hopped in the car and drove 165 miles to visit the mysterious man in the tiny box, in a town known for stunning lake views, long winters, and lots of snowmobiles. Pittsburgh, New Hampshire is a big draw for tourists wanting to get away.
Now you'll see on the weekends 5,000 to 6,000 people.
John Hamilton runs the new hip restaurant, The Berg, set up in an old dance hall in the center of town. I figured he may have heard of the man in the white box.
No, explain this. I need to hear this now.
My explanation only led to more speculation.
He's probably came in. He's probably writing about us right now.
My name's Keith Howard. Grew up in Durham, New Hampshire, which is a small college town. Went into the Army out of high school.
The man in the box is Keith Howard. He's a veteran, a father, a writer, and a recovering addict. In fact, drugs and alcohol almost killed him.
In 2007, I was living on the streets, stealing mouthwash from dollar stores to drink for the alcohol. And as a veteran, I was lucky enough that I could walk into the VA Medical Center in Manchester and say to the woman behind the counter, "Hi, my name's Keith Howard. I'm a veteran and I don't really want to be alive anymore."
Keith got help and turned his life around. For several years, he was the director of Liberty House, a transitional shelter for veterans in Manchester. But in 2017, he wanted to reevaluate his life. So he took his dog, Sam, here to the woods of Pittsburgh.
So far, I think the lowest we've had is about 25 below zero.
He's braving the elements in a converted motorcycle trailer.
No, I don't have any running water.
No running water, no real toilet, no shower. Hot coffee and heat are his luxuries. So what is he doing here? He's writing.
I write what I think of as a daily column, although more properly today it's known as a blog post.
His writing project, appropriately called Tiny White Box, covers just about anything, from being a veteran, politics, to life here in the woods, to reaching out to other addicts.
The last time I got together with Joseph, he was back to living in Concord in the river, by the river, down by the ice arena, and drinking himself to death. That could easily have been me, and I could easily have been him. And I hope that my experience will help one more person to get down off the ledge and walk toward recovery.
As deep as his posts from Pittsburgh can be, Keith holds on to his charm. He also has a great sense of humor.
Life without shampoo. Details at tinywhitebox.com.
This morning, when Sam as a dog and I woke up, it was 40 degrees inside the tiny white box. Sam, who doesn't complain much, looked up at me to ask, "What the heck? If it's that cold inside here, what's it like outside?"
Each day, he walks, he thinks, he savors the silence, and a chance to publicly get a few things off his chest via his blog.
Not so much whether anybody is going to read it and say, oh my God, that's really good, although that's a nice thing. But instead, just the act of doing it makes me feel good.
He may stay here for a year. He says it depends on his options. For now, anyway, life in the woods is good. Thinking inside the box.
On those clear, frigid nights, there is nothing better than bundling up and stepping outside and going for a walk down the road, looking up at the sky and seeing the stars laid out like diamonds on a jeweler's cloth, because there's no light pollution and there is just a sense of peace